It's good to be here.
It's so good
Excited to be here. Let's see who all's in here. Jeremy always messing with the cam, says Mr. Dawson. Talking about drama, give your questions. Gotcha. Sweet. Allie Shimtek said, Vogues, you are so cute.
Oh my God, I love you, Allie.
Awesome. Miss Vogel's up in here. Guys, tonight we're talking about drama. Like when it comes to let's talk about it, Vogel, it's good to have you here.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's really good to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
Yeah, I don't want to,
Why are you nervous?
Well, because I just want to make sure I guess say the right thing. I don't know.
There's no right answer.
Vogel is afraid that she is not going to say the right thing. Hello, Hannah Kissimus. Good to see you too.
Hannah!
Can you guys hear us pretty good? Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. Good. Hi, Hannah. They're talking to Hannah too. Cool. So yeah, we've been trying to do this podcast thing, and actually, Vogel said she was a little bit more stressed tonight because she's worried about not saying the right thing. But Vogel, all we're trying to do is have a conversation. That's what we want to do.
Okay.
So we've been calling this thing "Let's Talk About It."
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the goal behind it, right?
Right.
Is this gonna be daytime talk show type drama? Says Austin Wrecking Ball Kearns.
Austin Kearns,
Wrecking
love
Ball
you.
Kearns.
Wrecking Ball Kearns is in
That's
the
the
house.
man.
Oh, I got the thumbs up from everybody. Everybody can hear us. This is
Yay.
great.
Yeah.
See, here's the other thing. Aiden was saying this was a little bit more stressful because of the technical difficulties getting it all set up. Our man Clayton's not with us tonight. This little screen thing is hitting me in the face. But I think this was less stressful than last week. Last week we got started kind of super late because we were trying to figure everything out. I'm actually going to try and figure out how to take this screen thingy off because it is hitting me. We're good. Sweet. So the goal behind it tonight is that we are talking about drama, though.
Yeah.
Vogel, on the regular, how often do you get to experience drama?
Every day.
Every day, right? For those of you that don't know Heather Vogel, would you like to tell us about yourself?
My name is Heather Vogel, and I teach high school. And do I tell them where?
Sure.
It doesn't matter.
That's
I don't know.
No, you're okay.
Okay. And I've been doing this for going on 8 years now.
Wow.
And I'm a mom. I have 2 kids, a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old.
How much drama is there in the Vogel household?
I don't know. Lately, well, my daughter's in middle school, so it's getting to be a lot more drama. Yeah. This is actually the first year she's had drama, I feel like. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So when you say middle school, 6th grade?
Yeah.
Oh, 6th grade.
Yeah.
6th grade, they've already got the drama?
Boys and stuff.
Oh, boys.
I know.
Oh, that's a good question for us to think about then. What is the number one cause of drama that you have witnessed or experienced?
The number one cause.
Number one cause of drama.
I mean, I feel like there's different I don't know.
Different kinds. Great. This is good.
Yeah,
So we
there's
have
different kinds of drama.
categories of drama.
There is. I mean, it can be, relationships between just friends or relationships between like a boyfriend and a girlfriend. And they're all different, really.
Yeah.
But
so I'm hearing the key word though, the relationships.
Yes,
Okay. So
relationships.
Relationships are where drama starts.
Yes.
Dare I say thrives.
Yes.
Yeah. That's where it starts. All right. So you guys, as you're joining in, Chase, great to have you with us. Think about drama. And when you think about this, we've kind of identified relationships as a place where drama thrives. So ask us your questions about drama when you come back. How about this? How would you even define the word drama? What we're talking about tonight.
Me?
Sure. Anybody. Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, you've got your, I guess, 2 types of drama. Your drama on stage, and then you've got your drama between people.
How about this relationship drama? How do you define
emotional and uncomfortable, or I guess exaggerated excitement, or uncomfortableness, and I don't know. Just
okay, exaggerational excitement.
Yeah.
In relationships. So I like the word exaggerated though. I
Yeah.
think that's a big piece of what drama is. What about you, Aiden? How would you define the drama?
I think drama a lot of times is taken out of context.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of things that are taken out of context, and then people start spreading rumors about each other, and that's where all the drama starts. And then it just is this big loop around, and it never stops because people are always searching for that next thing to be the new drama so they can have something to talk about, just a conversation piece or something like that.
Yeah. So there's the piece of this exaggeration piece. There's this taking it out of proportion piece.
Right.
And I like we're using the word drama, but what's the word, right, that people are using these days?
The tea.
The tea. What's the tea?
Pastor Lee, sipping on tea.
Well, and I'm saying it's funny it's funny because I remember one of my first exposure to that phrasing of it all too.
Yeah.
And it's just like a girl will run up to a table of other girls, and it was all
Yeah,
girls.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, what's the tea? And I was like, what does that even mean?
Right, me
and I
too.
thought it was like the letter T, and I didn't
did
get the whole
too.
sipping tea, spilling tea, all that stuff. That was all
even after
new.
they said sipping tea, I'm still like, huh? I don't understand.
Right? Yeah. Great to have some folks. Allie joined back in. Looks like Josh Takix is with us. 04.
Oh.
We got a couple of questions about drama already coming into the chat here. Is there such thing as good drama? Is there such a thing as good drama?
What do you think, Vogel?
Yeah, I mean, I think if it's not negative and it's positive drama, then absolutely it's great.
Okay, now I'm curious. What is an example of positive drama?
Okay, I could say there's got to be positive drama, like when you're excited about something and everybody's getting hyped about it and it's like dramatic, you know what I'm saying? And then there's negative drama where it's like, okay, this isn't good. This is hurting other people. And, it needs to be put to an end,
So when you think of that positive stuff though, I mean what?
Oh, NYG was positive drama, we were just all having a great time and partying and everything,
Okay. All right, Aiden, how about you? Do you think there's such a thing as good drama?
I think I would have to disagree with Miss Vogel.
Yeah.
I don't
Rude.
Drama.
Creating
We've already
drama
got
right now.
I don't necessarily think that there's such thing as positive drama, because I feel like the word drama usually correlates with something negative, especially when you talk about it in like a society standpoint.
Well, sure, with all these relationships.
Yeah, so from our experience, or at least my experience, I don't think that there's a positive drama.
Not such a thing. So we've already got drama tonight. Nick Greenwood said hello, Miss Vogel.
Do what?
Nick Greenwood said hello.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. So we've already got a little bit of drama here too. Another great question is, do people? I think this is an interesting one because I think it's almost a rhetorical one. Do people sometimes create their own drama?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so why do you think people create their own drama?
I don't know. I feel like maybe it could be a number of things. It could be boredom. It could be insecurities. It could be, attention. I don't know.
So that's interesting, right? So out of boredom, you would create drama, the attention piece.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's a piece of me that goes like, why? Like, can't you get attention for
Other
another
ways?
reason? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of understand kind of the guy side of the boredom with the drama. But that's because the drama usually dies out pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't feel like you guys hold on to, I don't know. You're just not as dramatic. You know what I'm saying?
We're not as dramatic.
I don't think so.
Nice.
My son's calling me right now.
Looks like Lexi has joined in to us.
Bubby Barnes.
Lexi's joined in with us. So
Can't talk, Bubby.
can't talk, Bubby.
Sorry.
Drama. More drama for the home.
Yeah.
Bringing it back home.
Drama.
So people create their own drama for attention, things like that. But why do you think drama is so prevalent too, though? Why do you think it's such a problem?
I don't know if it's well, I wouldn't say that. I think that it fuels a lot of people's conversations, and that's why I think that it's very prevalent in like at least high school.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot of what the majority of the conversations are in high school. It's just a bunch of drama. And so I feel like that's kind of like a conversation piece for most people.
It's a conversation piece.
Yeah, like did you hear what did you see this today? Did
Yeah.
you hear this today? Oh my gosh, did you hear this? Or
If there wasn't drama, then what would there be in high school?
That's a good question. No, and if you guys have thoughts on this, let us know. Like, if there was not drama, what would you talk about? Like, what would you honestly talk about if there was not drama?
The weather? Just kidding. I don't know.
Is that Keegan Wagner? Is that KW4GS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Keegan Wagner, Meme King, great to see you. Great to have you with us. All right. So we're talking about drama, and we said if there wasn't drama, what would you talk about? And Heather's, sorry, Mrs. Vogel, I don't know what they talk to you about. But like, they would talk about the weather. Jeremy, you said to us that there would be no drama. So that's interesting, though. Like, is that really what life is? Is that the most interesting thing in life is drama?
Well, I mean, you look at the news. I feel like the majority of the news is drama.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, you want to know that I watched The Bachelor for the drama?
Do you really?
drama.
Absolutely.
I remember, for those of you guys that were not with us at National Youth Gathering, I remember us trying to have
Oh
a
my
meeting.
gosh, yes.
Trying to have a meeting about Jesus and what Jesus does in our lives. And all these girls were sitting there like, The Bachelor is on. We cannot miss The
I
Bachelor.
have a video of it.
And you watch it for like a minute, and I sit there and I look at all these girls. I was like, please, for the sake of your salvation, please stop watching this show.
I know.
Because it's not healthy.
It's so
like,
not
there were little
healthy.
things, there's so much drama, there's so many things being said that I was like, please
Yes.
know that your self-worth
Is
comes
yeah.
from Jesus and not from what everybody's talking about on this show. It
Yes.
is definitely a dramatic show.
Oh, I know.
It's all about the drama
It
on that
is.
one. Well, do you think, all right, so here's a question then. Do you think, where do you get, like, so that's a place. We get it from the news. We get it from The Bachelor. Like, what are the other sources that hype up drama in our lives? Oh, we did. We did get a noise complaint that night. Wrecking Ball Kearns noticed that one. We
totally
we
did.
got a noise complaint because of how excited they were about The Bachelor and all its drama.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
From next door. From our
Really?
our neighbor. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
crazy.
Vogel, you're going to understand this one. I will not. Lexi said, Peter better marry Madison.
Absolutely. And I honestly think Madison's actually too good for Peter, but he should pick her for sure. She's a good Christian girl.
Like, I'm just sitting here going, you don't know these people.
Oh,
Like,
but
and you're
she
telling
said-
them they need to get
okay,
married.
But she says she is. No, I'm
Well,
just
I mean,
kidding.
it's just so fascinating to me. Okay, so we're talking about drama. Where were we at? What were we thinking about with drama?
Oh, shoot, I don't know.
I
How
think-
does
Oh, the sources of drama.
Oh, yeah,
sources.
yeah.
Other places where drama is fed and we're told drama needs to be a part of our lives.
What do you think?
I mean, I feel like the source of drama just comes from like people or events. I don't know.
But so the source of drama is people or events. Like, I don't know. Do we just do we want things to go wrong?
Well, if
Like,
if everything was right all the time, then nobody would ever mess up, and so that wouldn't be fun.
I mean, that wouldn't be. I get that. I'm all about the struggle.
Yeah.
But like the drama pieces where it's like, I don't know. I say this, and when I think of like the earliest version of drama in my life,
Yeah.
are you ready for this?
Yeah.
There are four of us, right?
Okay.
Earliest form of drama is when one of us got in trouble. Right? So if one of us siblings got in trouble, you know what happened? We got whooped.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And so what would happen? We'd know they're in trouble. And even one of the siblings might even like go to the parents to let them know that the siblings should be in trouble
Oh,
for
of
something.
course,
Talk
yes.
about drama.
Yeah.
And then what would happen? Chances are all of us would be in trouble, actually. So one of them would be upstairs getting whooped. We're all on the opposite side of the house giggling into pillows so we don't get heard, right? And we just think it's the funniest thing in the world that they're in trouble, knowing we're next. Like, knowing we're next. But for some reason, it was still funny. It was still funny that they were in trouble. I don't know why. Why is it that other people's getting in trouble or other people's mess even is a source of joy for some people?
I feel like it's almost relatable when people get in trouble because you've obviously gotten in trouble before at some point in your life.
Yeah.
So it's like a relatable thing. So like, you're able to laugh over it.
Okay. So because you can relate to mess and messing up, drama's relatable in a sense.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, so Keegan said some things here. Miss Vogel with the good bachelor takes 100% agree, says Keegan
Thanks.
Wagner.
Awesome.
And Crystal's in here said it's because it's not you. Jeremy's saying for all the adrenaline that comes with the rush of things too. So that's interesting because I think about reality television.
Yeah.
And why is it fun? Because it's someone else's life.
Oh, that's so true. It's somebody else's. Yeah.
Yeah, someone else's mess, someone else's stuff.
Yep. And it's not you. So it's not as bad because you're not the one having to deal with it. You're on the outside.
Yeah.
Watching, looking in.
Mm-hmm. Well, and so do you think because we've talked about this before, do you think it's because we try so hard to make our lives look perfect, actually?
Yeah.
So the reason why the number one conversations in high school are all about drama is because when you come to relating to each other, your lives are perfect. Your households are perfect. You're not allowed to mess up. So when someone's stuff is real and is known, like we got to talk about it because that's real.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. That's fascinating. Allie's got a question for us in here. She says, do you think the more relationships you have, the more drama you have in your life? And if you say yes, then do you think having less relationships is a healthy idea or a good idea for you? So do you think the more relationships you have in your life, the
more drama there is?
Yeah.
I feel like it depends
correlation?
on what kind of relationships you have with those people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, interesting. Okay,
I agree.
Expand.
So if you're like close friends with a bunch of people, I don't know. Like, I feel like for me, like I'd rather be close friends with a couple of people and then just friendly with everybody else instead of having a ton of people that know everything about me, because you never know what kind of person that person could be.
Okay. So this is interesting because it's not just about how many relationships you have, but how many deep relationships, how many people know the stuff about you.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's interesting. What about you? What are you thinking? More relationships, more drama, correlation?
I think I agree with Aiden on this one. Like, I feel like you can have a lot of relationships with people, but there are going to be some that are more meaningful. I do feel like, sometimes at their age in high school or just in any age, you have to be, careful of who you trust if you are going to, tell them stuff, but that can create drama. Say if you're trusting in someone and you tell them something and you confide in them and then they go and tell someone else, then that's where sometimes drama starts. But I do feel like a lot of the time we are so quick to just talk instead of being that listener and really form relationships. You can form really good relationships by listening and getting to know people, and not being terribly judgy or critical of each other,
Yeah, totally. No, I'm feeling that. So like, it's all about the listening piece and the being able to listen without the judgment piece and actually be there. So it's interesting because when I think about more relationships, more drama, the correlation, like I think it's interesting when I think about my situation, right? I feel like I have a lot of relationships.
Yeah.
Maybe like to Aiden's point, like a lot of them are probably more shallow. I wouldn't necessarily call them superficial, but more shallow. Like they might not all know my stuff, but like if all of a sudden my stuff is known, like if it becomes more public, then it almost does become drama. And I would say like being a pastor, you're definitely made aware of a lot of drama, like or church work or anything like that. You get to hear all the drama, or like the drama is really quickly for some reason wants to be stirred up to mess something up or something like that. And I wonder why that is too, of why so much drama in the church, which is funny because I think every church thinks they're alone in this.
Right.
But like as you go to different churches, you realize like drama is absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
Like why do you think particularly there's a lot of drama in like a church community?
Oh, I don't know. Do you think everybody's worried about like how they're I don't know, being perfect?
I think that's onto it.
I was gonna say that, but I felt like that might be wrong to say in church.
Really? No, but there's this perspective, even on the inside, even though we know we're sinners, we've fallen, all this other stuff, that somehow somebody's life is better than mine. And as we come to learn, the more you get in relationships with people and things like that, you realize no one absolutely no one has
Has
it
it
all
perfect,
together.
yeah.
No one has it perfect. Everyone's messed up. And so if for some reason you perceive someone else as being perfect,
Yeah.
you like look for reasons. I even remember chaperoning I won't tell what trip it was, but I've chaperoned a trip before. Okay. So
yeah.
I'm now 31 years old. That could be anywhere, anytime.
I doubt it.
But I remember like a mom trying to get me to be dramatic about another mom.
Oh my word.
Oh yeah. Like they were like, don't you think she's just really bossy and blah 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 blah. And like listening out, like, don't you think so? And I was like, why?
Wanting you to totally like agree with you, but you're like,
Yeah.
listen, I am unbiased. I am going to listen, but I'm not going to feed into this.
Exactly. I'm like, I'm not going to answer that question. That's a
No.
dramatic question.
Yes.
Okay, we have a number of questions coming in. We got some people joining us. Martin, great to see you. Aiden, great to see you. Tabitha. And so questions. Noah Martini said, could drama have something to do with your social standing? So how does drama relate to your social standing?
I think that, I don't know, from what I've seen, the people that have drama following them are usually the quote unquote popular kids.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that the lesser popular kids don't usually have as much drama following them, and that I think that's a really bad thing that, that's what we have to base our popularity off of, is based off of drama, and like that's how we kind of base status and stuff like that.
Sure. And so think of popularity in this way, right? I go to the high school popularity, but also think about it like for us in a church like this, you better believe there's drama on like key staff figures or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's more the public piece, right? The public figure.
Right.
The more known you allow yourself to be, the more relationships, or the more you allow yourself to be involved, the more susceptible I think you become to drama. Like I'm sure it's that way as teachers too, right?
Yeah. Well,
Do you think that teachers are more susceptible to drama maybe than other?
oh, well, yeah, I guess not within us, like within the teachers.
Oh yeah. But like
I think
parents, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even coaching too, it's unfortunate, but it's there.
For sure. Austin asked us a question. Do you think sometimes people mistake drama for happiness?
See, that's what I mean. That's what I was saying. Like, with the whole positive drama and the negative drama, like, I think that like, there could be, like, yeah, she's, like, I don't know. Do you think drama and dramatic have anything to do with each other or no?
They're connected. They're
They're
similar.
connected.
They're similar. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I feel like, you can, mainly in girls, we get like really excited and dramatic and,
Yeah.
Sure,
over
and that's
certain
cool.
things,
Yeah. But then a drama.
but
like a drama
and
goes with
happy
them.
about certain things, that's why I feel like, I think that's why I see it in two different ways,
Right.
But when I think of someone who's dramatic, like in the way of the drama connection piece, it's someone who like will exaggerate. They're so dramatic about,
or like attention
my
seeking.
life is over.
Right.
That's dramatic in a way.
Over.
Versus like someone who's just expressive, right?
Yeah,
Expressive
yeah.
being a good word.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And this kind of connects to Allie's asking a question here. If you have someone in your life that is super drama filled, so this is more of the drama, not the dramatic, is it morally wrong to cut them off? Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Question of morals now.
Ooh.
As a Christian, what's the appropriate way to go about that?
Wow.
Right. And I'm not going to cheat and be the pastor on this one. What do you guys think? As a Christian, is there some sort of moral wrong in cutting someone off because of the drama?
I would say no. I feel like if that person is bringing a bunch of drama into your life, that is unnecessary drama that is bringing you down, I don't think that person should be a part of your life.
I definitely think that if you have toxic relationships, it's best to definitely, like step back, I don't know if I have like a full answer. I wouldn't say, I think it just totally depends on the situation. I do feel like, yeah, if you're in a toxic relationship with somebody and every time you're with them, it's just negative and it's drama 24/7. It's probably not healthy to be around them all the time because you don't want to be brought down as well. It's really hard, but also at the same time, my other person and like my other side of me wants to be like, okay, I need to try to help this person and create more positive stuff in their life and help them to realize that they don't always need to be so negative about this and turn these negative situations into, oh, but this was the positive part of that, situation.
When does helping go too far with that?
Oh yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I mean, like if you get to the point where you're like, okay, I've tried and 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 nothing works, then yeah, I feel like it's the only healthy thing you can do is just say I'm sorry, but like I'm gonna have to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's where I think when I'm kind of taking both sides of this too, in the sense of I think there's a balance, and I think every situation is different. I think you have to ask yourself some questions, and you have to say, is it possible I have contributed to this?
Yeah.
Is there something that I am doing that is kind of attracting the drama, or am I receiving it and am I not standing up for it? So that's that piece of, can I help by saying certain things and things like that. Lexi kind of tagged onto this question we're talking about by saying, I'm not sure what to do because I care about them, but is it necessarily worth the drama they bring into your life? And again, I think the case by case basis is really important there. So like for me, I'm not a fan of drama, which is hilarious. Yeah. Because I'm the student ministry pastor, but like I have no tolerance for it. I really don't. And so like it's always one of my favorite things is well, I heard you said this about me, Pastor Lee. And I was like, and I want to react. I want to like feed into it. But then I want to say like, do you really believe that? Do you really believe I said that? Do you think I'm capable of saying something like that? Right. But I also appreciate those people coming to me and saying, hey, this is what I heard. And they're not coming at it from an attack. And the drama just builds, but more of a piece like that. Yeah. Lots of people joining in here. I see JMD. I see the Realms Tree. I see Lexi saying, good thing we're not in any sports, Jeremy. I said something about athletes or drama. So I felt that. More antisocial like people are less prone to drama, I feel like, says Jeremy. Crystal, a teacher, said, yes, teachers have to deal with it so much. Preach, Heather. Bogalicious just joined in. Noah Bogus, great to have you with us. We're talking about drama. So I feel like this has been a very good conversation about drama. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Where are you guys landing with some of these drama pieces or most important things people should think about when drama comes to their life?
I think that they need to assess the situation and see if that's something that they want to be a part of.
Absolutely.
And if it's something that they don't feel that they need in their life, or if it's something that they don't feel like they need to be a part of, then they should probably remove themselves from that situation.
Yeah, I think it's definitely best to remind yourself to just listen, to be there and just listen. And don't be too quick to speak because you don't want to get caught up in it as well, and you want to, have a positive impact on it, whether you're able to, speak some truth into whoever is coming to you with what they're going through, or just be an ear to listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, I can't help but have this conversation about drama and at least want to bring in the pastoral piece, even just a little bit, right? Of kind of what, and I teach this with my leaders. Aiden's experienced this of kind of the drama prevention, like the drama that Jesus offers us. Actually, he actually lays out some steps to prevent drama, and that's Matthew 18, right? I love me some Matthew 18, and it says, look, if you have a problem with someone, like if your brother sinned against you, that's the way it phrases. If you have a problem with somebody, and that's usually where drama can start. Yeah, you have a problem with someone. What's the first step? When you have a problem, if you want to be a drama-free person and you don't want drama to be a part of your life, what's the first step with drama? And that is to
go talk to them.
Go to that person. Yeah. So for anybody here that's like, I don't want drama in my life anymore, think about it this way. If someone comes to you and starts saying, if I go to Aiden, I'm like, so I got to tell you this thing about Heather. The best thing Aiden can do in that moment is say, hey man, I love that you want to talk to me about this, but have you talked to Heather? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even want to hear it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to break the 8th commandment. I don't want to hurt their reputation by just hearing this. Have you talked to Heather yet? Yeah. If the answer is yes, then it's like, oh, what up? Tell me about it. But if the answer is no, then it's, you really got to go tell Heather that. I don't want to hurt her reputation. I don't want to think about her differently type thing.
And I always tell the kids too, so they'll come up to me and say, so and so said this about me, and I was like, well, did you hear them say that about you?
Good. Yeah. Did you actually hear them
Did you
say this?
actually hear them? Well, no, but so and so told me and I trust them. And I'm like, well, honestly, honey, like you need to talk to that person, because if you didn't hear it directly from that person, from their mouth, then you can't really take it as 100% truth.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's like, so one of my favorite quotes when it comes to drama. So my senior pastor in vicarage, for those that don't know, in the LCMS, in order to be a pastor, there's lots of different ways to become a pastor. One of those is going to the seminary, and one of those years is an internship. So I'm up in Green Bay. The senior pastor there had so many amazing sayings. His last name was Malmy, and we called him Malmyisms, and one of those Malmyisms was, spare me those who quote me.
Yeah.
So someone would walk into his office and say, Pastor Malmy, I heard you said, and he'd stop them before they even got to wherever it was, spare me those who quote me. What do you want to know? In other words, I don't care what somebody said I said. What question do you have for me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so, because it was just so easy to accuse someone of, I heard this, and it happens like all the time.
Yeah.
Getting misquoted or misheard or taking a piece of something and then bringing it in.
I mean, that even happens to me. Some kids will think that I've said something poorly about them, and I hate that when those things get misconstrued, or
Oh, sure. Yeah.
because I would never want to do that.
Yeah, and that was fascinating for me. And I think I've told this story to some students before. When I think about drama, like there was a situation early on in my ministry here where I had a student come. They had kind of fallen away in general for a lot of different things. And then after I noticed it for a while, I mentioned to one of their siblings, I said, man, I really miss your sibling. Haven't seen them in a while and things like that. So then fast forward like a month, and this student comes and approached me and said, so I heard you were talking about me to my sibling.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sitting here, I have to be honest. Like, no, I was. And I now realize that sibling then turned and took it to like attack the sibling. Like Pastor Lee says he misses you and you haven't been around and all this other stuff. And so this student's now hurt because of what they heard versus where it was coming from. So it was allowed to, what was cool was they came to me and said, look, I heard this. And I was able to say, actually, I'm sorry. That's true. I did it. But hear this from me. It was coming from a place of, I truly did miss you.
Yeah.
I wasn't blaming you.
Right.
I was
like, where have you been?
Exactly. They haven't been here. What I mean? So it's kind of like the whole like texting, right? Can give you the wrong tone.
Oh, totally.
And then, so when you hear it from somebody who heard it from somebody who heard it from somebody, tone may not be there either.
Absolutely.
Elise just joined into, Elise, we're kind of wrapping up our discussion on drama. We've been thinking about drama. Lexi had a comment in here. Paige Merrill's here too. Said, I think sometimes gets to a point where it's beyond your control. You can only help so much if you're on the outside of the situation, and getting into it is eventually going to come back around to you. Amen to that. Like, honestly, if you're on the outside of a situation, do everything you can not to get on the inside of the situation.
Right.
Yeah. And that's where it comes into the whole, like, protect the other person, protect yourself, and say, look, if this isn't about me, like, you have to talk to that person first. As soon as you talk to that person, let's go.
Yeah.
Because that all of a sudden is bringing it in. So like if I have a problem with Heather and I go to Aiden and say, yo, this is about Heather. He said, go talk to Heather. So, okay, I talk to Heather. Things are still a problem.
Yeah.
And that's where Jesus goes to step 2 and says, I go to Aiden and I say, dude, I got a problem with Heather. He said, have you talked to Heather? I said, yes. He goes, okay, what is it? So let's go talk to Heather. So then 3 of us are talking about this and actually going for healing and restoration. And that's kind of the goal of it.
Absolutely.
The whole time through.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. That should be like the title of something. Oh, it is.
Oh, wait.
That is your title. Oh my
it.
gosh, let's talk about it.
So our biggest lesson on drama is let's talk about it, but talk about it with the parties involved, right? Because so often I see relationships get completely demolished and crushed, and because they never chose to talk about it together, you know? And there's a lot of times in relational counseling, whether that's friends or whether that's drama, like between boyfriend and girlfriend, where I'll have to say, okay, what's our steps moving forward?
Yep.
And like one of those has to be, if I hear something or if I feel something, I'm going to come straight to you. That's my promise for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we kind of make that promise before we even part ways.
Absolutely.
Are there any final questions from
Brett Kilchrist just joined in too as we wrap up this conversation about drama. Brett, that's what we're talking about here with Heather Vogel from Concordia Lutheran High School. Yeah, and drama expert.
Drama expert.
No, I'm not.
I don't know. You're an expert in The Bachelor, so
that's
drama
different.
expert.
Awesome. Well, if we don't have any more comments coming in about drama, it has been awesome to be able to have this conversation with you guys. I hope you guys got something out of it and how to approach it. Let's do takeaways from Aiden, takeaways from Heather, and then we'll sign out.
Takeaway for this one, I think, obviously having the conversation with the people, just to make sure that, you know what you're getting into when you're talking to other people about what's going on, and to make sure that you have the right stuff when you're talking about other people and stuff like that. And when you talk to other people, you make sure that you're talking to the right people.
Yeah, making sure you're talking to the right people. I like that.
Yeah. I would make sure that, whenever you hear drama, or try to stay out of it, speak truth to people. I would definitely, anytime you have a problem with, you hear that someone's saying something about you, don't believe it until you actually talk to the person, because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be true.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So, and I feel like you could just nip it in the butt so much quicker if you just go straight to that person and talk to them.
Yep. And I would say, even though drama can be fun, right?
Yeah.
There's a little bit of excitement that comes with drama. The second you notice it doing the unhealthy thing, the second you notice it being, oh, this is destroying a relationship or a person's reputation in particular, step in and be like, dude, I was just joking. This is what it was. We were just trying to have fun. Because I know there's a lot of people that just want to have fun, just want to have jokes and things like that. I'm not a fan of drama. I don't like it, but I recognize that want to have a little bit of fun and things like that. So great to have some of you guys who joined in. Bryce, Paxton, Michelle Cresswell just joined in too. Great to have you guys. We're wrapping up. This was our conversation about drama. We'll post it to the story. We'll have it available. Eventually putting all these on the YouTube through the audio and all that stuff. Yep. So it's been awesome. This has been Let's Talk About It, and we'll see you next week.